Instead of a sermon today, I'd like to share a short story by Catherine Allen See called Butter and Honey. Long shadows were falling across the street of Nazareth. From the carpenter's shop, there still came the sound of hammer and plane. In the little room next to the shop, 3 people were busily using the last rays of sunlight that came through the narrow window. The mother was mending. Little brother was studiously forming letters with a bit of charcoal on a tile. Little sister was scurrying about, tidying the room. "I can cook," little sister told her brother. "Today I made a cake. Not just an ordinary cake, but one with butter and honey in it." "Butter and honey," he echoed. "With butter and honey," she repeated. She put her hand over her lips as the hammering stopped in the next room. Glancing at the door, she continued, whispering until the sound began again. "It's a very special cake for Big Brother, because tomorrow is his birthday." Butter and honey. Tomorrow is his birthday. Where had she heard these words? Butter and honey. The mother pondered them as she remembered. "Behold, a virgin shall bear a son, and shall call his name Emmanuel. Butter and honey shall he eat." Her hands lay idle in her lap as memory after memory came back to her. Little sister's startled voice broke in upon her thoughts. "Mother, you must be thinking about angels. Your face is all shining." She could not speak aloud the glory she had been remembering. She only smiled and said, "Your cake was made very well. It will please Big Brother very much." She took up her needle again, and little sister her broom. The tap-tap of the hammer came from the carpenter's shop. At length the girl spoke again. "Mother, I'm sure that someday Big Brother is going to do something very wonderful, aren't you?" "Of course I'm sure," the mother answered, then added quickly, "But you know, mothers always feel that way." For how could she speak what she, blessed above all mothers, knew? How could she put in words the tender memories and the shining promises that filled her heart? Again there was silence, broken only by the sound of the hammer. Down the village street, through the lengthening shadows, a figure came stumbling, and as he moved he cried aloud, "I am hungry, give me meat. I'm thirsty, give me drink." Little brother looked up from his work in his lap. "A beggar man is coming," he said. Little sister climbed to the window. "Mother," she reported, "he's lame or sick, and his clothes are all torn." "I am hungry, give me meat," came the cry of the beggar man. "I was in prison, minister to me." "Oh, mother," the small girl exclaimed in a tone of pity, "he says he was in prison. Can't we give him something to eat?" The mother looked anxiously toward the cupboard. "I think we can give him something, but we haven't much." "Wait," said the child. "I'll go ask Big Brother what he thinks. Listen." He stopped hammering. Maybe he hears the beggar man too. Little brother looked soberly after her as she disappeared through the door of the shop. "Big Brother will say yes," he said. "He'd rather be hungry himself than not give to somebody else. Why is that, Mother?" She answered thoughtfully, "Because it hurts him when other people are hungry or hurt or sad or wicked. It hurts him more than being hungry or tired himself." She rose and lighted the small earthenware lamp and set it on its bracket. "I am hungry, give me meat," came the cry of the beggarman outside the door. The tap of the hammer began again as little sister came hurrying back. "Big Brother says," she announced, "share our food in the name of God." She hunted through the cupboard, then ran into the street. They heard her clear, high voice and the hoarse tones of the beggarman. Then she slowly came back, closing the door behind her. The mother moved quietly about the room, preparing supper. Little brother put away his tile and charcoal, but little sister only sat in the corner of the room, not speaking a word. The others watched her, puzzled. "What is your trouble, little sister?" the mother asked at length. The girl ran to her, hid her face, and broke out into tears. "I wish I hadn't done it," she sobbed. "I gave the butter and honey cake to the beggar man." "You gave away the butter and honey cake," cried little brother in distress. "But what will big brother have for his birthday?" "I thought he'd be so pleased if I gave it away," she answered, still sobbing. "But now I can't give it to him." The mother stroked her hair comfortingly. "Go tell big brother you made it for him," she said. "He'll still be pleased." Little sister passed through the door of the shop, and for a long time the hammer was silent. Then it began again, and she came dancing back into the room, her eyes shining through the last few teardrops. "I did give it to him, Mother," she exclaimed. "I did after all. Do you know how? Well, if I do something for somebody who needs it because I love Big Brother, why, that's just like doing it to Big Brother himself. He said so." But the mother did not answer, only there was again the shining look in her face, for her heart was saying, "Behold, a virgin shall bear a son, and shall call his name Emmanuel, God with us."